because of first Kristen Bell, who I know you're friends with, and now me. Kickstarter is a site where you can pitch an idea, a creative idea, to the world. You usually make a video, and you have your own web page, and you say, here's what I want to do. It could be a movie, it could be a book, it could be music, it could be a piece of innovation.
And you ask people to back you.
And you say, come back me, and I'm going to make this, and you're going to be my sponsor. You're going to help. You're going to be a part of this project.
But when they're part of, like if I go on Kickstarter and donate $100 to your film, I don't get a piece of the action somewhere down the line, right?
You can't, And this has been one of the things that people have been bemoaning, the people who are detractors from this and going crazy about, and it's one of the things they're not quite informed about. That's not legal yet. I would have done that in a second. It makes so much more sense.
Almost like selling stock.
Yes, and I think that's people way smarter than me seem to think that's around the corner. You'll be able to say, oh, I like Howard, I like this cinematographer, I like that leading lady, I'll buy $100 worth of stock in that, and then see upside.
Right.
But that's not currently legal, and I don't want to go to jail.
Right.
So
you wouldn't?
Come on.
You don't want to leave your incredibly hot girlfriend?
No, I don't want to leave my girlfriend and go to jail. I watch Lockup.
How many times a week do you make love to her? You've been with her
She would love to way more than
Really?
Well, her libido is way more intense than mine.
Oh, my God, you're killing me.
No, I mean, we have great sex and everything, but I don't know if have you found maybe you don't, because I listen to you and it doesn't seem that your libido's gone down at all.
No, it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm good at least for 2 to 3 times a week.
Oh, yeah, definitely, probably at least 3 times a week.
Right.
But, I mean, I hear these stories of people that are banging every night, and I just don't have that in me.
Your girlfriend Taylor would never bring another girl into the bed, would she?
Yeah, I think she would.
She would?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You haven't asked for that?
I've asked for it all the time, Robin. Actually, when we stayed at your house, I asked for if it could be Robin.
Robin's busy.
I was like, do you realize Robin is in the next room?
But I don't... That's right, Robin was sleeping in the next room, too.
Yeah, you know a funny story?
She didn't creep in.
Do I know a funny story? We wake up in the morning in your house, and I hear you and Robin talking, and I turn to Taylor, and I'm kind of like, that's kind of lame. They're listening to the show, like he's listening to his own show on replay.
Yeah, what a dick.
I'm like, I mean, not a loser, but that's kind of tacky. And then I open the door to go get coffee, and it's you and Robin sitting outside the door.
That really happened?
I swear to God, it was the most surreal thing, because you guys were just shooting the shit like you do here, but you were doing it over your breakfast table.
I hate that, because we're not getting paid for it. It's just
right. Why are we talking?
I'm like, why would I waste this gold? I go, Robin, shut up. Zach's getting
That's why I leave very quickly.
Yeah, I kick her right out. Yeah.
Wait, what do you want to go back? What do you want to go back to Kickstarter?
Did you bang your girlfriend at my house?
Oh, yeah. We had to christen your house, yeah. We hooked up in your hot tub, the whole thing.
You did not?
Yeah.
You fucked in my hot tub?
We didn't fuck in your hot tub. we made out in your hot tub.
Oh, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
As long as no...
I think we smoked weed in your hot tub, too.
Oh, my God. I don't even know any of this is going on. Where am I?
Now he's got to move.
Well, I had to... Listen, I didn't know if I was going to get invited back, so I was in
he was doing everything
I was trying to do everything I could.
I see what else I could do to Howard's house.
I was in the great Howard Stern's hot tub. I wanted to...
hot tub.
I was like, make out with my girlfriend? Check, you know.
You didn't shit in there, did you?
No, I didn't. And I didn't pour beer into my asshole or anything.
Drain the pool.
Oh, my God, because I don't even think I've been in that hot tub. So you're telling me that... I'll get back to Kickstarter in a minute, because I am actually fascinated about this and the controversy, but... you would share your girlfriend with another girl?
Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't? I mean, if
I don't know. I think I'd be jealous in a weird way.
Wait, you're telling me, after all these years of listening to you, if Beth said, Howard, look at this girl, you both found her attractive.
Go ahead.
Let's hook up with her.
Right.
Like, even if it's a call girl or whatever.
Right.
You wouldn't be down with that?
I wonder if I'd be jealous. Like, what if... Because I have such a bad self-image, I figure she'd fall in love with the woman.
But, I mean, a straight woman is not going to all of a sudden go, wait a minute, I don't want penis anymore. She's going to go...
I mean, it seems like something fun to do.
To me, it sounds like a good way to keep things fresh. Like you know, if you're going to go for the lifelong commitment, it'd be cool to find a way to, hey, once in a while, let's spice things up.
So how far in that discussion have you gotten with Taylor?
It's lots of talk, but there's been no action.
Like, she's got a lot of hot friends, I bet.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, and And like you go to a club and she's decked out, and I'm sure women are interested in her.
Yeah, she gets hit on.
Yeah, so how do you make that move?
I don't think it would be with a friend. I think that would be weird. I think if it's, if it ever happened, it would be with some random girl that
you'd
never
take her to a strip club?
Oh, yeah, she likes Vegas and strip clubs.
She does? So, like, you take her to the club.
Yeah.
And I bet you girls are hitting on her.
Yeah, that's one of the... Well, the good news and the bad news is the girls are way more interested in her than they are in talking to you.
How far does she go with the girls? Will she make out with them?
No, not make out with them.
Will she let them feel her up and stuff?
I think she'll take a lap dance and enjoy that.
Will she get naked with them?
No.
She won't?
In the club, Howard?
Yeah.
No. I think I would be a little freaked out if my girlfriend started taking off her clothes at a titty bar.
No, but you go in the champagne room.
No, yeah, they grind on you and shit, and that's fun. But I think she enjoyed that, but it wasn't like she was like,
I blew a load with that. I was with Beth in the strip. We haven't been to one in years, but some girl was like giving her a lap dance, and I was just kind of behind Beth.
Is Beth into it?
No. It's never going to happen, I don't think. She doesn't like girls.
Really?
Yeah.
But she's not even, like, because you used to love strip clubs so much. You're not, like, if you're in Vegas or you're having some kind of fun night out, that's Beth not like
I think we would go if, like, a bunch of people went, but it doesn't seem to happen anymore.
I'd love to go with you to a strip club one day.
Oh, you definitely would.
Not be on my to-do list.
Robin's been with me.
After years
of... God.
Robin got so disgusted at the strip club that she had to leave.
Really?
Yeah. It was like he was a hot fudge sundae. Yeah. And he was the ice cream and the girls were the fudge.
Yeah.
It was just disgusting.
It is weird,
so
though.
Shallow.
It is weird when you go with people from other parts of your life. Like, I've been to strip clubs with, like, people I'm doing a play with, and everyone gets drunk, and they're like, let's go to a strip club. And then you go, and then all of a sudden there's, like, the dude who's in the play with you, just, like, you see, like, what comes out of people.
They're animals.
And they're animals. And, like, you see this guy who's, like, all of a sudden he's dry humping the stripper.
I know. If Taylor was up for that kind of action, like once a month or once every other month, you'd probably get married. You wouldn't be afraid of marriage because...
I think once a month would be too much. Would be too much. But if it was like, hey, once a year, let's go be crazy, that sounds like a good plan.
It's not a bad idea. I just don't know.
I think it's a way to keep things fresh without... But
you're going to fuck this other girl in front of Taylor?
I don't know if she'd be... I don't know what would happen.
What are you looking to do?
Well, I think I'd just be psyched if she was making out with the girl. I mean, I think that's a win-win for everybody.
And she'd have to go down on the girl, too.
No, I don't think she'd go down on her.
Well, the girl would have to go down on her.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a call girl, though, I think it's better to have the girl go down on her than have her go down on the hooker.
You're going to be worried about all kinds of fucking disease, and then you got to bring her into your life. It's a whole complicated thing.
We'll get a dental
Stay out of my hot tub.
We'll get a
your disgusting life.
We'll get the call girl a dental dam.
You have your call girl. All right, so get back to Kickstarter.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, because here's the thing.
Wait, let me... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
Well, so that's what Kickstarter is, and I've been on there for a while, funding projects. It's kind of addictive. You go on there and you watch people pitch their idea, and then you back them. You can back them for $1, you can back them for up to $10 grand.
What is an idea you've backed?
An idea I've backed was a bike light. All right, so I ride my bike in Manhattan at night.
Right.
And these guys invented these bike lights that light up your whole bicycle tire. So they're like glowing. No one could possibly miss you.
Right.
And I thought that was awesome. I want that. And this prototype wasn't going to get made unless they got backers. So you click on it, you back it, and then you start getting these updates that are like... this is our process. You're seeing videos of them building prototypes. You're seeing them tell, in layman's terms, how they're developing this product. And I thought that was so cool, because I don't know anything about engineering.
How do you know you're not being ripped off by some of these? Like, with you, we know you're a straightforward guy, and people are watching you, so we're probably going to...
We really will see the movie.
How do you know this guy's really inventing... Like, I'm going to go on there and invent an invisibility cloak. I'm going to make about $10 million, and I'm going to leave.
You believe in their sales pitch. I mean, you see the guy, he's earnest, he's in his workshop. I mean, he's going to try. Could he fail? Of course.
Right.
But you're taking a leap of faith on him.
So is the bike light done?
Yeah, it's in my house.
So you have it?
Yeah. So the point is that one thing I wanted to mention was that he's now you're getting these updates that are about the bike light. And if you're not an engineer, for me, it was really cool. I thought that was fascinating.
It's fun to be sort of a part.
You're on the team. You're a part of it, and together you're like in the club that's making this cool thing.
So I don't have a problem with this. I've been talking to people about it because I try to understand, but the concept of the website's a good one. You said, all right, Kristen Bell, who wanted to make a Veronica Mars, is that the name of it?
Yeah, Veronica Mars movie.
Yeah, she wanted to make a movie. She went to her fans and said, if you want to see this movie, why don't you donate some money and I'll get the movie.
Well, I have to go back a little bit further. So they've been trying to make that movie forever,
right.
and the studio said no one cares.
Right.
And they said, really? We're pretty sure there's a cult following for this. And the studio said, no one cares. Move on. We're not, And finally, the guy who created it, the showrunner of that show, a guy named Rob Thomas, and Kristen Bell, said, just please let us go pitch it to the people on this site. And their goal was to make $2 million in a month.
Who did they say please to?
In their situation, that property was owned by Warner Brothers.
Okay.
So they had to get, you can imagine the lawyers being like, what? This is a new paradigm. They don't know what to do.
Right.
And I think they were like years in negotiations with Warner Brothers to even let them try.
Right.
And so their goal was $2 million, and they promised all these incentives, T-shirts, and you can visit the set, and Kristen Bell will leave you a voicemail, like all these, anything they could think of.
Right.
Their goal in 30 days was $2 million, and on that money they would make a really small, scaled-down version of the movie, and the fans would love it, and everybody wins.
Right.
When they closed in 30 days, they had $5.7 million.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
And now, I don't have a problem with that, but there seems to be a controversy.
Yeah, a lot of the controversy is misinformed information, and I'd love a chance to clear it up.
Clear it up, because, okay, to me, the controversy is...
The first controversy is the money one, which people go, all right, cool, but I don't see any upside. That's bullshit. I agree with you. You're preaching to the choir. I would love to do that, and maybe in 5 years we will be able to do that, but that's not legal.
If I wanted another Star Trek movie, and I knew they weren't going to make one, and J.J. Abrams went on Kickstarter and said, hey, if you give me $50 a person, I can go out and get this movie done. I would consider doing that. I would do that and say, hey, you know what? It's worth it to me. I want to see that movie.
Well, what I did is I went to my fans, and I had this script. I wrote it with the script of my brother. It's called Wish I Was Here. And I went to the traditional route that people go. You go to a financiers, and you go around, and you say, hey, please make the movie.
Why would no one back that movie? Because it makes no sense.
You have a track record.
You do have a track record with the first Garden State.
Well, it's been a while, and also it gets a little complicated. All films these days are funded based on what the particular actor's foreign box office sales have been.
Right.
TV doesn't count. Now, I've been on a TV show for 9 years. Most of my films have been smaller indie movies. I have no meaningful foreign box office sales. I was in Oz, I was in Chicken Little.
Yeah, but this is a catch-22, because how can you get, maybe on your next movie you would have foreign box office sales.
But when they put my name into the algorithm, the guy who's going to go pre-sell some of this foreign sales to sort of hedge his bet on investing, he's going to come up with nothing.
What about this Gary Gilbert guy who put up the money? He passed too?
Well, no, he didn't pass. He liked the script, but he has X amount of dollars that he invests, and he's pretty much had it all in this Matthew Weiner movie and and so it wasn't a good time for him. So then I meet I'm getting these things like, okay, we'll make it if you do XYZ. Cast from this group of people, none of whom are people that I want to cast, but they're people who have big foreign value. Shoot it in Vancouver for as little money as possible, which would mean cutting a lot of the movie, and most importantly, giving up final cut. That is to say, this banker could re-edit the movie however he wanted if he felt it was being tested.
That's crazy.
Insane.
Right.
But that was the only deal on the table.
Right.
And I was about to sign it because I was like, fuck it. I'm so desperate to make a movie. I'll take these ridiculous rules. But I know my fan base wants another movie. I'm just going to suck it up and sign. And literally was on the day about to sign, when the Kristen Bell, Veronica Mars thing broke.
Right.
And my producers and I just said, all right, let's just take one step back and take a deep breath here and just look at this if it's a possibility. So I called Rob Thomas, and he said, the creator of the show, Veronica Mars, he said, here's the thing. It worked because it's a known title. It's a cult thing.
Right.
You're not saying you're going to make Scrubs 2.
Right.
You're not saying you're going to make Garden State 2. You're doing something really extra ballsy and saying to your fans, hey, take a leap with me. You've liked what I've done before. Will you invest in...
Yeah, but aren't you